Right now at 6, a death investigation begins after the body of a Tomah man is found along a rural road in Jackson County. And a search party is being organized for a missing Winona woman. Details for those who want to volunteer to look in 2 Minnesota counties.
You're watching WKBT La Crosse. This is News 8 Now at 6.
Good evening, everyone, and thanks for joining us for News 8 Now at 6. I'm Ken Kozarowski. Authorities begin a death investigation after finding the body of a man on the side of a road. The sheriff identified the person as 35-year-old Mitchell Norman Link from Tomah. According to a release from Jackson County Sheriff Dwayne Waldera, dispatch got a call from someone yesterday afternoon saying they saw a possible body lying along a rural road in the town of Alma, just outside of Maryland. Officers found the person dead once they got there, but couldn't determine a possible cause of death. The sheriff is asking anyone who has information about Link's death or his whereabouts yesterday to contact authorities or submit a tip to the Jackson County Crime Stoppers. The sheriff says the information they have right now leads them to believe this is isolated and that there's no threat to the public. And a death investigation begins in Trempealeau County after the sheriff's office there says a man died of an accidental gunshot wound. According to a release, dispatch got a call right after 7 this morning from a 22-year-old man who had been shot in a parking lot of a business on Klein Lane. Deputies and officers got to the man first and started helping the victim before an ambulance and helicopter arrived, but the man died at the scene. The sheriff's office says the investigation so far shows this was an accident and that there's no danger to the public, but the investigation is ongoing. The trial of a former Cashton High School teacher and coach continues today. 52-year-old Jeremy Mosley is charged with sexual assault of a student and child enticement. A victim took the stand yesterday and spoke about her experience when she says Mosley did what he said was an examination of her hips. Today, Mosley himself testified about his time as a coach and his interactions with the student. Closing statements are expected to happen later tonight. We will have more from the trial tonight at 10. And a mass search is being organized for a missing Winona woman. Madeline Kingsbury has been missing since the morning of March 31st. The Winona County Sheriff's Office, Winona Police, and the Fillmore County Sheriff's Office are asking for volunteers to look for Kingsbury tomorrow. There will be 2 locations to report to, the Winona County Goodview Fire Department or Rushford Peterson High School. There will be 2 4-hour searches starting at 9 a.m. and 1 p.m. Volunteers must be over 18 and able to walk in rough terrain for long distances. We have more information about that search on news8000.com. The La Crosse County Sheriff's Office is putting an effort to make roadways safer. Officials have started a 30-day crash and speed reduction initiative, so you may see a larger police presence on Highway 53 and Highway 16 past Valley View Mall in West Salem. La Crosse County Sheriff says not to worry. Deputies are not searching for people to ticket. This initiative is about establishing a police presence to remind drivers to stay safe.
The purpose of this initiative is presence and deterrence, and to educate people on speeding, reckless driving, and the fact that we are coming into summer where we have more bicycles on the road, motorcycles, people walking.
The Sheriff's Office is still planning out the initiative. We will keep you posted with more details as they come along.
Wow, what a gorgeous day across the Coulee region. Numbers behind me over here. We were in the mid to upper 40s. 49 was the high in Prairie du Chien, 49 Boscobel, 46 in Sparta, as well as Black River Falls. And right now we're seeing temperatures in the mid 40s still from Black River Falls down to Viroqua. Upper 40s from Boscobel to Prairie du Chien. Eau Claire, good evening to you guys. You're at 38, and then mid 30s over towards the Ladysmith area. And we're substantially warmer as compared to the past 24 hours. 11 degrees warmer in Preston, 11 degrees warmer in Decorah, 10 degrees warmer in Viroqua, as well as across 7 degrees warmer in Sparta, 8 degrees warmer in Black River Falls. Now that trend's going to continue to stay in the 40s, I should say, as we go to the next couple hours. By the 9 o'clock hour, we'll see a temperature of 37 degrees. We're going to hover right around freezing by midnight, and then upper 20s to low 30s will be the rules by 2 a.m. Radar scan right now. Hey, we've got a clean sweep across the area, ladies and gentlemen. Talk about a picture perfect evening across the Coulee region. Very normal for this time of year. We should be in the 50s. Right now we're seeing temperatures in the mid to upper 40s. Clouds and radar right now showing high pressure is large and in charge, and it's going to stay that way as we go into the next several days. And Ken, Mr. Kozarowski, oh buddy, oh pal. First word forecast, we're talking about the flooding concerns. We're going to talk about how you're going to need the sunglasses, and hello 70s.
All right.
And hello a honeydew list for both of us.
All right. Sounds like a
Our
plan.
wives are working on those.
Yeah, definitely.
Yep.
Eric, thanks very much.
You bet.
Let's get back to the news side of things this evening. Pelly Lee, La Crosse County Board Supervisor for District 1, has resigned. The chair of the county board is now looking to fill the vacancy as soon as possible. Qualified candidates can submit letters of interest by April 14th at 4:30 p.m. To qualify, you must be at least 18 years old and live in or plan to live in District 1 of La Crosse County, which covers most of French Island. The selected candidate will finish Lee's term and is expected to be sworn in on Monday, May 8th. Downtown Main Street has a new executive director. According to a release, Mary Larson will step into the leadership role. Terry Bauer has served as the executive director for Downtown Main Street since 2020. Larson, his successor, owns Larson's General Store with her husband. Bauer did still speak to us today as executive director about potential future parking plans for the downtown area. Downtown Main Street hopes to make parking a win-win situation for both downtown businesses and the city. They've been planning a parking benefit district with the city, in fact. Funds collected from parking fees would go to snow removal, sidewalk repairs, and other ways to beautify store exteriors. The planning process may take years, but Bauer said he was hopeful his organization and the city could find a solution over time.
We need to do what we can do in a positive way to bring a solution to the table that, again, works for everybody.
Bauer says that plan might not come to fruition for another 15 or so years. Many school referendums passed in Wisconsin communities after Tuesday's election, but some didn't. We hear from Arcadia Schools superintendent, who says since their referendum failed, they'll likely have to cut staff positions.
Morning. Hardee's 2 for $5 mix and match breakfast starts your day with made from scratch sausage and egg biscuits, biscuit and gravy, or sweet cinnamon roll. Pick any two, just $5. My rewards members get exclusive offers on the Hardee's app.
Expand your outdoor living space with our huge selection of landscape blocks from Menards. Get a free estimate instantly with our Design and Buy landscaping program. From patios, retaining walls, fire pits, and more, you can design the landscape of your dreams for free. Visit the store or menards.com to get started on your next project today. Patio pavers are just $4 for $1 after 11% rebate.
Save big money at Menards.
Isn't it time you turn your backyard into the oasis you've always wanted? Come to La Crosse Fireplace Company and find your outdoor setup. Imagine gathering with family and friends around your wood-fired pizza oven. Sit back and relax around your new gas fire table, available in different sizes and styles to fit your lifestyle and budget. Stop in this month and receive 15% off outdoor living. La Crosse Fireplace Company, because your place is by the fire.
I've never been afraid to express myself, to create a life I love. I worried cancer could steal my spark and become my identity. But UW Health designed custom treatments just for me. And now, my legacy, it's still in the making. Because standard, well, that's never been my style. UW Health, remarkable.
It's the Hardee's Star Deal Combo. Get a Hardee's Charbroiled Double Cheeseburger, crispy 3-piece hand-breaded chicken tenders, or original hot ham and cheese with a small fry and drink for just $5.99. My rewards members get exclusive offers on the Hardee's app.
"11 Wisconsin school districts in our La Crosse and Eau Claire regions put some kind of school referendum on the April ballot this year. 8 out of 11 passed on Tuesday's election. Westby and Altoona's referenda failed by a very slim margin, but Arcadia's referendum was swiftly rejected, 65% voting no. Arcadia Schools had asked voters to approve a $750,000 referendum for 3 years for building maintenance, retaining staff, and replacing old buses. Superintendent Lance Bagstad said the district held informational sessions every Monday night throughout the month of March, and turnout was low. He says they also used email, social media, and a webpage on the district's website to detail how the referendum passing would actually lower district voters' property taxes.
And it would have actually reduced the taxes on a $150,000 home by $362 from this year into next year. And then after that, it would have reduced it even more.
Now, he says economic uncertainty, inflation, and the fact that fair market property values came out last year and raised everyone's property taxes may have influenced voters to vote no. especially if they hadn't seen that district information. Now, Bagstad says his budgeting pencil has to be very sharp, and since the next state budget is not finalized yet, he has to assume the district isn't getting any additional help from the state. And that means making difficult decisions between now and the fall, including a hard look at staffing, which makes up 85% of the district's budget.
We're likely looking at not rehiring staff positions where we've had retirements or resignations. It could mean larger class sizes. It could mean limiting opportunities. For example, instead of having 3 levels of a particular sport, we might have to cut down to 2 levels of a particular sport. It might mean, do we have to reduce the number of contests that our high school sports teams play so that we can save locally on officials and workers and also save on cost for busing kids?
And Bagstad hopes the state legislature realizes that increasing public education funding is, quote, an investment into the future of our communities. If Arcadia wanted to try another referendum, the earliest they could do so would be the next spring election. Still ahead, electric vehicles are taking center stage at New York's auto show. Many Americans have gotten tax credits for buying electric recently, but that process could get a little more complicated soon.
And in the world of weather, look at that, a picture postcard evening on the city cam. And if you like today, I think you're going to like the next several, especially as we go into next week. We'll break everything down in the First Warn forecast on the other side of the break. Stay with us.
Oh no, I think I lost my debit card.
Okay, don't panic.
Don't panic, we're in a mall. Some stranger's probably tapping new shoes, tapping a washer-dryer combo, just tapping everything in sight.
It's okay, just tap your phone. With BMO, you can use your phone to freeze and unfreeze a lost card.
I can?
And you can always get a new card instantly at a BMO branch.
I got my tap back.
You ever seen someone this excited about a debit card before?
Oh yeah. Not this excited.
When a bank gives you instant peace of mind, that's the BMO effect.
To everyone who believes in tradition, come enjoy a few of ours from Wisconsin.
People in Wisconsin love a good fish fry.
Really love. And we love sharing it with guests everywhere.
At Culver's, we still batter our North Atlantic cod by hand to order.
And we cook it to a crispy, golden perfection just for you.
For you.
For you.
So it's crispy outside, flaky inside. Let us take care of you.
With some homegrown traditions we were raised on.
From Wisconsin with love.
Welcome to Delicious.
It's time to power up at Drury's in Fountain. Kick back, relax, and enjoy the comfort that Power brings to your new recliner, sofa, or sectional, on sale now. And if it's powered up, there's even 1-year special financing and free delivery. At Drury's, you'll find recliners with power to soothe and relax, plus sofas and love seats, even sectionals, that let you customize the shape to fit your space. Great sale prices, 1-year special financing, and free delivery for a limited time only at Drury's in Fountain.
There are so many things we take for granted. So many things. And along with them, sometimes we take the people who depend on them for their survival for granted too. The elderly, disabled, the veterans, people on limited and fixed incomes, or folks that lost jobs in sectors hardest hit during the pandemic. How can they survive with record increases in their basic cost of living? Some people just can't come back. And through no fault of their own, they're being left behind, struggling to keep their heat, water, and power on. If you or someone you know needs a hand up, our heat, water, and power providers are working together to keep you safely in your home. You may not ask for it, but we're here to help.
Honda is recalling more than 500,000 CRVs, but only in colder parts of the U.S. The recall is for CRVs made between March of 2006 and December of 2011. Honda says the chemicals used to de-ice roads combined with water and mud can cause corrosion. Over time, that could lead to the trailing arm falling off, the part that connects the car's rear axle to the chassis. Honda wants to check the older models in colder states, and if there's corrosion, will fix it or offer to buy the car back from owners. The New York International Auto Show opens to the public tomorrow, and this year, electric cars are taking center stage. But buying one could be getting a little complicated. Bradley Blackburn explains.
The Hyundai Ioniq 6.
The World Car of the Year runs on e-Power. Hyundai's Ioniq 6 took home the top prize at the New York International Auto Show.
Like most electric cars, I know this thing can accelerate.
That it can.
The company took us for a spin. It starts at about $45,000 and can travel up to 360 miles on a charge.
How quick can it go, 0 to 60?
Officially 5.1.
The Ioniq joins a wide selection of electric vehicles at this year's show, as many consumers are making the shift. Last year, Americans bought more than 800,000 new EVs, a 65% increase over 2021. And Cox Automotive is forecasting 1 million sales this year. Many electric buyers have received federal tax credits of up to $7,500, but the list of cars that qualify is expected to shrink very soon.
You think this is going to be a big seller?
Oh, yes.
Kristen Lee with Motor Trend says in mid-April, the government will reveal new rules. EVs made overseas or even domestic brands with certain imported components won't qualify for full credits.
I guess if you have your eye on an EV and you know it's eligible for the full federal credit, you have a few days left to go down to the dealership.
Tesla says the credit will be reduced for some versions of the popular Model 3.
Some cars will remain eligible, some cars won't be eligible, some will be eligible for partial credit.
The tax changes aren't expected to slow production. Nearly all the major automakers are driving ahead to an electric future. Bradley Blackburn, CBS News, New York.
The full list of electric vehicles that qualify for full federal tax credits is expected to be released on April 18th. Well, a good amount of sunshine out there in our viewing area today, and maybe a precursor of some more things to come, Eric.
That's right, Ken. I want to draw your attention to this map right here. This is the 8 to 14-day temperature outlook, and you see how everybody in the Coulee region is orange.
Yeah.
So that means that we're going to stay above normal for at least the next 2 weeks.
I love to hear it.
Not bad at all. And short term right now, look at the city cam. You can see it's just picture perfect out there, making for a gorgeous evening in the Coulee region. Outside right now, we have a temperature of 47 degrees with sunny skies. Feels like 41 out there. We have a little bit of a bite in the air. Winds are out of the west-northwest at 13 miles per hour. The river level now sitting at 9.22 feet. In Eau Claire, good evening to you guys. You're at 38 degrees. It feels like 30 out there with winds out of the west-northwest at 13 miles per hour. Now, we're sitting at 9.22 feet right now at the Mississippi River at La Crosse. Now, by the 8th, we're going to go to 10 feet. Then it's forecasted to go to 10.8 feet by the 13th. Keep in mind, flood stage is 12 feet, so we're going to stay right below that. But no matter how you slice and dice it, that river is going to continue to rise over the next several days. And we have that flood warning in effect for the Black River at Galesville. This goes into effect until Saturday morning at 7 a.m. Flood stage is 12 feet. Right now, we're sitting at 11.97 feet. It's forecasted to go down to 10 feet Monday morning. So the next several days in terms of precipitation, I want to draw your attention to tomorrow. There is a 20% chance of rain. That's going to be in the evening hours. Do not cancel your Good Friday plans. Do not cancel your Easter Sunday plans. That rain chance, again, is going to be in the evening and overnight hours going into Monday morning, and then we clear out Wednesday through Thursday. So the Dean's List for today. First of all, that flooding concern, yeah, it's still an issue. And make sure you find those sunglasses starting tomorrow, actually starting today, because hello 70s. We have 70s in the forecast. The last time we hit 70 degrees was November 2nd. That was 76 degrees, so we're due for a 70-degree day. And we're not just going to see one, folks. We're going to see 2, 3, and 4 throughout the majority of next week. Not a bad 8-day at all. We have a clean sweep on the radar scan right now, and that radar scan is going to get a break as we go into the next several days. for the most part, with the exception of those splash and dash showers I was talking about. High pressure, it is large, it is in charge, it is in control. We'll get on the back end of this as we go into your weekend. And what does that mean for you and me when we get on the back end of this? We'll look at what's going on. 50s and 60s from Omaha to Tulsa, 63 in Albuquerque, 71 in El Paso. We're not going to see 70s tomorrow, but we will tap into the 50s. Some places, especially in our southern zones, not ruling out upper 50s. So here's Sky Tracker for Friday. We'll start the day off with temperatures in the teens and 20s. Watch what happens as we go into the noon hour. Right there, 40s and 50s. And then as we go into the 10 o'clock hour, not bad. There's that rain chance I was talking about. And then we stay in the 40s. And by Saturday, 10 a.m., 40s. And then by the afternoon hours, oh yeah, we're talking temperatures in the 60s. How about that? Down to 28 degrees for tonight with mostly clear skies, a nice light wind out of the north at around 5 to 10 miles per hour. For tomorrow, we'll start the day off with a temperature of 47 degrees by the noon hour. We'll go to the double nickel, 55 degrees by the early evening hours, 4 p.m. to 6 p.m., and then upper 40s to low 50s by 8 p.m. After we get past Easter, I should say. Easter, we go to 66 degrees. We go into the upper 60s, low 70s for Monday, and then hello 70s for Tuesday through Friday. I think we're going to go play a round of
Oh, yeah.
18.
I've definitely got the itch to be playing 18 right now, for sure.
Oh, yeah. You and me both, sir.
All right. Like mines. Thanks, Eric.
Yep, you bet.
Coming up next in sports, the Twins home opener being pushed back to tomorrow. But the weather in Onalaska just fine for two rivals to hit the softball circle. Those highlights coming up next.
Visit the Early Bird Home Show, going on now at the Ford Store Home Improvements. Lowest prices of the year on your 2023 project. Windows, bathrooms, and more.
Welcome to Wesco. Welcome to huge selection and savings. Buy anything in the store at our Wesco price and get the second item half off. That's right, buy one, get the second for half price with free white glove delivery and setup this month only at Wesco in Sparta.
Papa Murphy's presents How to Change the Way You Pizza. Step 1, grab a delicious Papa Murphy's pizza. Step 2, bake. Step 3, chow down on the deliciousness. Right now, get the chicken garlic pizza for just $11.99 at papamurphys.com.
Honey, where are the kids?
I put them in the furnace so I could figure out why we don't have any heat.
You did what?
Maybe it's that loose wire.
Maybe it's that plug vent.
Maybe it's the bad igniter.
Maybe it's a dirty flame sensor.
Or maybe...
Why don't we just call G&T Heating and Air Conditioning?
Quality you can count on, experience you can trust.
With over 50 years of combined experience, G&T services residential and commercial customers within 50 miles of West Salem.
When you rent a Culligan water softener, there is no down payment or maintenance costs. Imagine all you could do with the savings. Dive into better water. Contact your local Culligan water dealer.
Asher Laston Exteriors is committed to craftsmanship, innovation, and outstanding customer service as Western Wisconsin's window and door replacement experts. Our superior quality, energy-saving windows and doors from the trusted brand of Renewal by Andersen are skillfully installed by certified technicians and backed by some of the strongest transferable warranties available. Save up to 20% with zero down and no interest or payments for up to 24 months. Visit myasherpromo.com today.
Welcome to Wesco. Welcome to huge selection and savings. Buy anything in the store at our Wesco price and get the second item half off. That's right, buy one, get the second for half price with free white glove delivery and setup this month only at Wesco in Sparta.
Covering all of the exciting action from your community. Here's News 8 Now Sports.
The spring sports season is in full swing. The weather's starting to heat up a bit. Hopefully the bats are as well. The softball season's here. We're going to start the show with one of the area's biggest rivalries. Let's head out to Chile, Onalaska. Hilltoppers playing host to rival Central. Pick this one up in the second. Game tied at 1. Go ahead, run a third for the Riverhawks. Check out this play by Jenna Ganson. She makes the catch in center. The sophomore shows off the cannon. Right on the money, double play. Hilltoppers get out of a jam. But in the third, Central comes through. Grace Blagan gets this to fall in shallow left. 2 runners come in to score. Riverhawks take a 3-1 lead, and they weren't done. Still in the third, Ellie Buxton is going to lay down a perfect bunt. Hilltoppers get the out at first, but heads up base running by Katie Gray. She slides in safe to make it 6-1 Riverhawks. That was the score in the bottom of the third. We'll have the final score coming up at 10. On to the pros now. The Brewers getting a well-deserved day off After beating up on my Mets this week, the Crew completing the 3-game sweep of New York thanks to a couple of big-time hits. First, it was Jesse Winker driving in 2 to tie this one up at 6. And then in the 9th, Garrett Mitchell is going to end it. A walk-off solo shot to right, an absolute no-doubter. Ends this one in style as the Crew take care of the Mets 7-6. They make it 5 straight wins. Milwaukee improves to 5-1 on the season. The Brewers will look to keep it going this weekend as they begin a 3-game set at home against rival St. Louis. The Twins will have to wait until tomorrow for their home opener. Minnesota was supposed to play host to Houston this afternoon, but instead that game has been shifted to Friday. The Twins went 4-2 on their first road trip of the year. Started the season 4-0, but dropped their final 2 games in Miami. They'll look to bounce back tomorrow against the defending champs. First pitch scheduled for 3:10. And finally, perfect weather for round 1 of the Masters. Tiger Woods struggling a bit early on, but the 15-time major winner fighting back late. He birdied 16. Woods at 2 over after round 1. What a first round it was for Victor Hovland, already at 5 under through 10 and on 11. Hovland's 6th, a long birdie putt. He's atop the leaderboard at 7 under. With this guy, Jon Rahm, struggling early on. He double bogeyed the first, but Rahm bouncing back in a big way. Check this out. Second shot on the par 5, 8th. Can't get too much better than this. Rahm would tap it in for eagle. And after round 1, Hovland and Rahm both tied at 7 under going into Saturday. Brooks Koepka also at 7 under. A little late charge by the LIV player now on the PGA Tour.
All right. Well, I know Eric and I have got the golf itch. Do you golf?
I don't, but I know you do.
All right.
I'll watch you golf.
Okay. We'll integrate you into the golfing world.
I look good golfing. Like I look like I can play. I can't.
We're going to work on that this spring and summer. Rob, thanks very much. We will be right back.
Morning. Hardee's 2 for $5 mix and match breakfast starts your day with made from scratch sausage and egg biscuits, biscuit and gravy, or sweet cinnamon roll. Pick any 2, just $5. My rewards members get exclusive offers on the Hardee's app.
Life's more rewarding at Blaine's Farm and Fleet. We're the lawn and garden experts, offering the spring supplies you need to build out your dream yard at unbeatable prices. Right now, rewards members get a free $15 gift card with $100 spent on Scott's products. All Livingston vegetable and flower seeds 25% off MSRP. Save $10 on these 20-pound bags of estate grass seed. And Briggs & Stratton small engine oil just $8.99. Rewards members save an extra $1.
Find value at Blaine's Farm and Fleet.
Nicolay, baby. I'll testify my commitment to the truth. Companies tremble while I'm spitting in the booth. I'm a lawyer rapper, keep the fit. Reppin' Nicolay law, cause we're the...
Daddy, what are you doing?
I'm making a rap video.
Good job. All right.
Boom!
It's the Hardee's Star Deal Combo. Get a Hardee's Charbroiled Double Cheeseburger, crispy 3-piece hand-breaded chicken tenders, or original hot ham and cheese with a small fry and drink for just $5.99. My rewards members get exclusive offers on the Hardee's app.
One final look at the next 8 days. We'll go to the double nickel. 55 degrees for tomorrow, upper 60s for Monday, and then Tuesday through Friday. I think I'm going to have to wash my car after we play the round of 18.
Okay. Perfect.
My car is screaming, wash me. Now it's saying, please.
You've just been off-roading all these weeks?
Pretty much.
Into the snow about a month ago?
Right.
All right, that's Eric Dean. That's Rob Schiff. I'm Ken Kozarowski. Thanks for joining us, and we will see you tonight at 10.